Okay, those of you who have finished your exam, now it's time to take a break. Those who are going for this mid-year exam, all the best to your exam. Later, we're going to share those of you who have came out for your SRQ and SPQ to share with Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, right? Well, before that, let me show you some of the encouragement pictures to prove that here you are. Okay. Give me a minute. I lost my file. How come only got one file? You know. Okay, here, look here. Bei Kun, Yang Xiang, Ziying, Hai Zhao Xuan, and all of you, Jia Ling, you and your sister have received the brochure, right? The voucher, right? Zhao Xuan, yes? Huh? I sent you the voucher.
What?
Did I send you? If not, I'll send you soon. Okay, this is the guys, my set 2 boy, who went to collect his rewards. Okay, the rewards and awards. So this is, he got one of my books, as well as a macaron. He got, I think, $30 voucher. Then these are another two girls, right? Also got one, Ziying, I think your hair quite long, you can have this one here. Okay, so you got a voucher and then you collect from there. That was yesterday. Both of them, the 3 students, went to collect their voucher. So Ziying, you received mine, right? The voucher. So yes, please go to Plaza Singapura or Scott Square to receive your voucher. Okay, right? So Zhao Xuan, you 收到吗？ Zhao Xuan. I think I sent to you. No. 有没有？有啦，我 send to you 啦。correct, yes. So go to Ziying, you know where is Plaza Singapura? You know where is Scott Square? Okay, so Scott Square is beside CK Tang. You know where is CK Tang? 施家董，那个 building 很像那个塔来的，对吗？那个it's like a Chinese ancient just beside it, alright. One of them is in the Orchard, one of them is not because. So go and collect. Jia Ling, you know, Jia Ling, you go with your sister, your sister also got the voucher and as well as you. Okay, I think Jia Rong, Jia Rong is sister, right? Got also a award. So please go and collect it. Thank you so much. Now, those of you who are having exam, do it after exam. Don't worry, it will expire end of next month. All right. So let's unshare this. Okay, let's go through. Please, guys, get ready your paper and pen, or you want to type it out. Okay, so today we still continue from the last week, the homework that we have left behind. So will you mind kindly go through it again and type in your answer so we can collate it? All right. So first one is the extract by this one, Mr. Shanmugam, during a forum with NTU student about these budget. Remember, I'm using the TAXI, right? So from all the what do you call this SRQ, please use the TAXI so that you'll be much better. Why? Because why is the purpose of TAXI? For SRQ. Come on, let's start now because we're gonna have the we're going to do this. Why 为什么要用 TAXI for extract 1, 2, and 3 for SRQ? Yes, why?
What did you say again?
Okay, for this one, extract 1, 2, and 3 为什么我们要用 TAXI? TAXI.
Because it has lots of information.
Yeah, but how? Okay, but very smart answer. 你不要走一个大圈子don't hit around the bush. Wait, correct, you are right. But 为什么要用 TAXI 呢？为什么要用taxi?
Need to figure out like when the time, like what time it happened and who's the audience.
So this time, Okay, sorry to interrupt. So this time, when is the time to eat? From this extract one. Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, please take note. When do you think this time is? Don't wait, come on, guys. I know some of you, the exam is over, but please focus, come on.
Is it correct to say that this is recent?
Yes, so anything that is before 2000, the year 2000 will be the past. Anything that is 2000 and now 2022 will be the present. Anything that say 2030, like Green Plan for Singapore, the sustainability, all these are future. So the timeline is here. So I want all of you to tell me the A, the audience, okay? Xing Chen, what type of audience are there?
Can you repeat the question?
Jialing, what is the target audience? What is the target audience?
The citizen.
Okay, citizen of who? America?
Singapore.
Singapore citizen, right down. Thank you. So when another two citizen? Pei Kun? Which are the another two type of audience?
The people who like want to be a citizen.
Okay, no. Next one.
And like who's not a citizen but knows someone else is.
Okay, how about Zhao Xuan? Zhao Xuan? What is the audience? Who is the audience? Zhao Xuan, who is the audience here? Okay, right now, I think we all are a bit not sure. When you look at this, the audience will be the MP of Shanmugam, and then the People's Action Party is another audience, and then the government is another audience, and they are talking about the NTU, right? Students. So they are targeting, giving a speech to the audience here to tell them, look, what the budget is never will be appreciative. Seriously. So this budget is giving to certain group of people that will benefit more, while certain group of people will tax more because they earn more. So this extract now, Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, if you are taking this, be careful. You have to check carefully, see which audience are we talking about. Is it got to do with Singaporean? Now, write down, children. Singaporeans divided into 3 classes. Some of them say 4 classes: the filthy rich, the rich, the middle income, and the lower income. All right. So, which we are talking about, they are giving the form. Say every time a proposal is put forward, where the money is coming from, there will always be people complaining. Hey, hello, why the poor get this? Recently CDC voucher. Jialing is Singaporean, right? Are you Singaporean now? Not yet. Who is Singapore? Zhao Xuan, your mommy, daddy become Singaporean already. If they are Singaporean, you ask them, they will get a CDC voucher for $100 at Ziying. 被困杨香，你懂吗？那100块就是说你可以去楼下买好饭如果他们有那个 CDC voucher， 你可以扣那100块，还是你去 NTUC FairPrice or Sheng-Siong or Giant or Cold Storage, I'm not sure. There's some Minimart 就是超级市场，可是不是那种大型的。They will have this $100 voucher, okay? Or even you buy coffee, if this coffee shop support CDC voucher. Okay, this is to defray the cost of the GST that we're going to implement soon, from 7% to I think about 8% and followed by 9%, right? As you know, in other countries, their GST is more than 10%. Okay, so take note of this one. Next, what we talk about here, extract 2. Okay, who is the target audience? Cannot be I'm the one telling you, right? Okay, who want to say first?
Singapore
Okay.
I can
citizen.
zoom in or not? Very hard to read the thing. Oh,
Okay, okay, yeah. Can What do you think, man, ladies and gentlemen?
Singapore citizen.
Singapore citizen, well done. And who else? What is the purpose of this issue? It's talking about, is it diversity? Because the topic, look here. When you're doing exam, please, you must know, okay, it's about issue 1, citizenships and governments, okay? So besides Singapore citizen, who else? Come on. Xingchen. What audience?
Not sure.
Huh? So easy, no? Come on, pay attention. Who is the one who is reading this Lee Kuan Yew's message? Who is the target audience here? If you cannot differentiate, children, those of you are going to take exam, if you cannot differentiate the audience, then you got problem to do the SRQ. The audience is people who are admiring Lee Kuan Yew, people who want respect Lee Kuan Yew as a leader, which is, you can be Singaporean, which is can be foreigners, 对吗？乔欣，对不对？贝坤对吗？那你看为什么你的 daddy 妈咪还有你的 auntie uncle 全部为什么觉得来新加坡是好的呢？为什么呢？因为就是他嘛，对不对？乔欣，对不对？ Right. Remember, children, Jia Ling and Zi Ying. Okay, Jia Ling, can you do me a favor? Do for me typing. So when I'm talking, I don't want to type. Can you write the word L-A-R-A? L-A-R-A, Lara. Remember, L stands for leadership is key. Remember your page 16, if you have textbook with you now. Okay, L stands for leadership is key. A stands for anticipate change and stay relevant. R stands for reward for work for reward, which is meritocracy. And what is about the A? The last A is a state for all opportunity for everyone. So Lee Kuan Yew keep such a thing that regardless of race, language, or religions, everyone, as long as you're Singaporean, you see, I have no regret. I spent my whole life so much of this building up this country. Therefore, there's much I can do. So it's like telling you, look, if you want to be a Singaporean citizen, okay, you must learn how to contribute just like me. So when foreign look at it now, so when 一视同仁，人人平等。说你来到这个国家，不管你是中国人还是印度人，还是越南人，还是柬埔寨人，还是香港人，还是美国人，是外国人。As long as you come to see Singapore, you are just like this. Are you willing the kind of sacrifice? So the target audience is foreigners, Singaporeans, and people. Okay, most important people. Zhao Xuan, what do you think? The most important people that come to Singapore. Yes, Zhao Xuan. Yes, my dear. You know who is that? 内坤，不要 stress 哦，不要 stress，你想一下，想一下，投资者英文怎么讲？投资者。乔欣 ，Okay, why not we today target 乔欣and Xingchen because you are having exam so it's not to stress you, so to improve your so who do you think?
MNCs, foreign investors.
Correct, write down, yes. 如果一个 leader 出来跟你讲这种话，你觉得有没有信心 ？OK， 赵璇对不对？如果你道听途说，你说，哎，赵璇，鸡蛋糕，听说这个公司要倒闭了，要裁员了，哇，死啊，哇，我们快点去找别的工作，哇，这个公司不可以再待了。OK， 说赵璇这是道听途说，对吗？Hear rumors are rumors. So what happened, 赵璇？The CEO came in and tell you, 别急，我们已经有 new investor come in. We're going to pump in $10 million. We'll even create more jobs. In next few days, the HR, the 人事部 will announce the the so-called announcement to say that, okay, so you understand now? So when the leader come out to speak, it's just giving, you write down, it carry what? Yang Xiang, it carry what?
What?
It carry what?
Carry what? Lee Kuan Yew.
Carry Lee Kuan Yew.
Oh, carry on. What?
Okay, never mind. Okay, who can continue? Please carry what? Start with W. Start with W. It carry weights. When Lee Kuan Yew come and speak of this, does it carry weights right down? It carry weights. 那有个重量啊，对吗？杨相，对不对？好像如果一个 assistant manager 说，哎，这个公司不会倒闭，鸡蛋糕你是谁？ But 如果是一个 CEO 嘛，赵璇对不对？他出来讲，当然有那个分量，对吗？不是那个大便那个分啊。Okay, you got the weight there to carry, all right? So, right? So these are the it makes a difference. Everybody will know who is Lee Kuan Yew. Okay, what about this one? This one, I honestly, I've been doing this a few times. I a bit skeptical for this one. You know what's the meaning of skeptical? 我有点有偏见啊。Okay, what do you think? Come on, what do you think? Who is the target audience? Come on, let's play. I cannot be I'm the one talking. Of course, I know the answer lah.
Like for the ex-prisoners.
Hey, did I okay before that 子英 let's say 我有没有用过这个 example 啊？如果你跟你老公开一间公司，然后你要请，yellow ribbons are ex offender ，alright 对吗？嘉玲，好，杨相 ，OK， 你跟你老婆开一间公司了啊 ，then 你要请 ex offender right？ Which type of ex offender you will not employ them? Please come on, don't waste time. I got a lot of things to teach you. I can wait, never mind, but I don't want. By now you should know Uncle Raymond's style.
So you're asking me, which
I
type?
know anyone. Just
Oh.
you can unmute and then say please.
Murderer.
Murderer 啊，哎 ，murderer 不用出来了 ，murderer confirm 去那边。
Molester.
Huh?
Molester.
Oh, well done. Okay, no need to answer already the rest. As long you are a molester, not you, as long the person is a molester or rapist, I will definitely not give them a second chance. Okay? Okay, it's definitely okay. Investor, thank you, Ziyang. I saw your answer already. So why? Because I find that this was be a trap. Okay, somebody went out already. Who is that? Xing Chen. Is it Xing Chen? Okay, I think it will be a threat to the organization, especially if your these organizations have these ladies working. So I find it it's not. So this yellow ribbons right now is for ex-offender and their family member. Okay, I ever went to this household where the husband was an ex-offender. He was, I think, gangsterism plus some trafficking of drugs or what, I can't remember. So when he came out from prison, we helped him to find a job as a security guard. That surprisingly, the security guard accept him as a second chance person. Okay, so we brought food and rice, Milo, anything, the daily necessities for him. But I heard later from my friend, after 6 months, 赵璇，你听过这句话吗？江山易改。赵璇，书生，不懂啊？听过没有？赵璇
Not in the mood today. I can't.
？No in the mood. Okay. What happened? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. 赵璇 just recently have an argument with his girlfriend, so we give him a break. So 江山易改，本性难移啊。OK， 不用紧，不用哭。哎呀，不要生气了。哎，你笑了，哎呦，你笑得很美嘞。子颖，他的酒窝漂亮还是我的酒窝漂亮？Okay, all right. So these are the yellow ribbons and his family and people who want to support the yellow ribbon. Okay, get it, huh? No, okay. So now we're going to do the extract now. So extract 1 state that deciding what is good for society. In your opinion, why is making decision a challenge for a country? Okay, let's do the first one. Why do you think making challenges is difficult for country? So some of us will have this reason. You see, like look at this one. Okay, I came out an answer for you already, right? In your opinion, why is making decision a challenge for a country like Singapore? Why? Okay, so the rights of citizen. Look at your textbook. The answers are all there. Okay, the allocations of houses, EduSave. Okay, and then remember, not at my backyard. Have you heard this? I see saying in your textbook, not at my backyard. So honestly, all of you stay in condominium, right? Then let's say the government say, okay, I'm going to build a Chinese cemetery behind your house. But this is state land 嘛，被棍，对吗？国家的土地嘛，他要 build 什么是他的事，对不对？ Then 被棍你讲鸡蛋糕好 build 不 build 坟墓在我家对面，为什么不要 build 一个 shopping mall， 对吗？还是一个 school， 对不对？还是一间医院，还是庙？ sorry 我很 superstitious 的嘞。 嘉玲 and 杨香 and 赵璇，如果我家对面有一座庙我绝对马上搬。I a bit superstitious， 我觉得那个庙外面有很多孤魂野鬼，准备要去投胎，去找那个神。笑一笑啦，赵璇这么 serious。Okay， so I don't like to stay near a temple. So this is something like okay, what you say. Okay, so they could say bad environments and race and religions. So what is the answer? Okay, Zhao Xuan, you haven't given me the answer. Never mind, you're having a BMS, so I leave it to you alone. So Qiao Xing, you say need more ones and all these things, right? Can I have a further answer to that? Let's go. Expand it, type it up now, and give it to me. I put it, share, and please help Xing Chen and Qiao Xing on this, okay? By the way, a quick one, seeing your SRQ and don't show your face like that, very scary, no? Because I don't see your hair, no. Wow, very scared. I thought it's an alien. Hey, you want to show a full face? 被棍 correct 了。刚才你差一点吓到被棍呢，你这样秀一个这样，好像那个 SpongeBob SquarePants 的旁边那个。Okay, come on. 子颖 what question you came up for your SRQ?
I think it was like globalization.
My dear, globalization got a lot of topics. Which topics are we talking about?
Wait, I go check again.
No need. Never mind. Don't. It's okay. Jia Ling, SBQ, SRQ to share with the rest so that Qiao Xing and Xing Chen got some idea.
My SBQ is about the otters.
Like what?
Otter, the animal.
Oh, potters. Oh, 就是杀死那些 animal， 把他们的 ivory 去卖，对不对？
No. It's like
So otters.
The seals.
OTTERS.
Oh, 哎呀 ，Thank you， 哇，赵轩 ，Thank you， 我听成那个 ，OK， 为什么 got to do with otters？
I think it's like they take their habitat, then they are found at the like at the urban place. Then
Under which issue? 1, 2, or 3? Hey, while I'm talking to Jia Ling, all of you must do this homework, Okay, must give me your answer and type it out, I'm waiting for your answer in the chat, So which top issue are we talking about? The otters here, which have problems surviving in the habitat, and because of globalization, right, their habitat was being taken off, right?
Yeah.
So the SBQ, that's SBQ, okay?
The SRQ is
SRQ.
is the economic benefit of globalization more than the negative impact.
Oh, very common now, very common. Okay, well, this one is quite easy, right? Right, because number one, you create job opportunity, you will improve the economy's GDP, you will help the countries to improve export imports and improve the standard of living. These are answers. Thank you. How about you, Yang Xiang? What is the question that came out, please? Can you refresh us again?
The question that I picked?
Yeah, no, in school. Your school mid-year exam. What is the SRQ that came out? SBQ? Can you remember?
No. SRQ, they ask development in
哦，
development Yeah, I forgot already. Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, yours is about local small SME, about the needs of government intervention and individual action. That's an SRQ, right? In dealing with economic impacts. Okay, so whether is it governments or is it individuals, I think always to play safe. Okay, all of you listen. It's always the governments. Okay, you play a bigger role. Because if the government has certain policy and certain restriction right now, please, all right, you cannot fulfill your business plan. Okay. Many years ago, I went to Vietnam to do business. I want to sell my perfume in Vietnam. So they only can allow you to take the money out a certain amount only. You cannot take too much because they want to control the currency. So this is the government policy. So no matter how hard you're working, you are being restricted and controlled. All right, so it's very difficult. Okay, right. So I find it okay. Ziying, I don't know which question which part you choose. Is it individual or is it governments? Okay, so government has a stronger impact. It's just like now you are below 21 years old, right? So you need your parents' consents, right? Right. So for example, now if you want, let's say for example, Ziying, you're 18 years old or 20 years old, you want to get married, you want to buy a house or anything, you need you're not 21 years old, so you're being controlled. But what happens if you are 21 or you're 21, you want to get married? Of course, you don't need to get consent from your parents, you're adult. But out of respect, you still ask your parents, 对不对？妈咪 daddy 我要结婚了，对不对？ then 你要给他们 consent 嘛，对不对？ So 你觉得好像你看就算你 I'm not sure now sorry I'm not sure. I know the 2 years you never been back to China May I ask 赵璇、星辰、杨香 and 嘉玲 and Ziying, all of you who have been back to China, 他们有没有那些大排档在街边卖东西的？有吗？有没有？Do they have license?
Some places have.
So okay, my dear. If you say some places don't have, that means it's considered illegal, right? Correct. Illegal, 对吗？ So
yeah,
illegal
some
means
places are illegal.
illegal means 公安会来抓，对不对？So now you understand what I mean, right? Still the government has to implement. 为什么 illegal 呢？公安来说，因为他们煮的东西可能不是 not healthy, correct? Not hygiene. Don't happen. They have to do something about it, right? To control. You see, now you understand. You need the governments to do something, right? So take note, it's very, very important. Without the government intervention right now, you will have a lot of repercussions. Okay, like people get sick, then everyone also can do certain things illegal. All right. So thank you. That's sharing. Okay. What else? Yeah, correct. That's why I say. That's why if the government is corrupted, you see, Ziying. Take for example North Korea. Okay, North Korea got a lot of things that can be done, a lot of natural resources. But the good thing is that the president or the leader 小叮当，因为他很肥嘛，他跟小叮当这样肥肥圆圆 Q 的。Okay， 我叫他小叮当，Kim Jong Un Okay, you know you want to go into business is only for China, right? Because China is the closest neighbor 嘛 and support them about nuclear all these things, right? 还有一个什么上次乔信你跟我讲一带一路对吗？一带一路对不对 You know about this this one may come out in certain particular questions where these questions were important. You know why? Because China is also competing with US in terms of economics and other things. Okay, so thank you, Chelsea. I saw this one here. Yes, good. Thank you. Okay, copy down your answer now and put it here.
It's not really structured into like proper. It's more of points.
Yeah, it's okay. At least you're writing something, my dear. It's okay. Okay, at least you're writing something. Don't worry. Main thing is that I want you all to type it out. You see, because Zoom has a limitations where it's not like in a face-to-face class. I can see you right there. I analyze you. So if you are not, I cannot go to your house now. Hey, please write. But in the classroom, I can force you to. Hey, hello, can you do something, write something? So I leave it to you. That if like, okay, I know there's some typing errors, so I know what you're talking about materials, okay, things like that. Don't worry. Okay, thank you, Chelsea. You send your answer already. All right, so Ziying, you see I'm multitasking. So Ziying, you can see in terms of all these things like corruptions, that's why if the country is not well taken care of and the governments are like that, sorry, you will be really no point. No matter how good your company, one day you will pull out from the country. And migrate to Australia. You know, this got that. But no choice, what? We have to protect certain livelihood of certain people, correct? Just like Jing, you know, those auntie uncle 在 hawker center 卖 tissue paper 还是站在那个 overhead bridge 卖 tissue paper, I will never support them. Yeah, because I find that 他们有一个集团a syndicate 在后面操作他们. So the more you support them, that means you are abusive and taking advantage of all these old people, right? You know how much they earn? They might earn very pathetic money. Like, can you imagine if one tissue paper, the old people earn how much? 10 cents. Okay, and then the 集团 earn 50 cents. Is it abusive? 对吗? Asking to just because we buy from the auntie uncles, 我们同情他，我们可怜他. That's not the way, ma. Correct now. So take note, nah. All right. Thank you for Qiao Xing's answer. How about Zhao Xuan that day? Can you share what question came up for your SRQ and SPQ? Can you remember? Okay, you think first, Pei Kun, eh? Okay, I put your answer already. What is your SRQ and SPQ? Zhao Xuan, if you can, please type in your answer.
So the social study exam was like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember.
Okay, it's okay, don't worry. But can you type the answer for this one? Oh, excuse me. Very excited. Yes, my dear. Yang Xiang, can you, okay, why not? Okay, now I go back to this. Can you concentrate for 5 minutes? I don't disturb you. Type in your answer. Let's go to first one, the Pei Kun answer first. Okay, Singapore needs to be more environmental sustainable, and that affects some infrastructure. For example, the government has to spend more money on reducing the carbon footprint of citizens. So this is an issue. That means the question asks you, right? This is the question that asks you here. Okay, why decision making for a country in Singapore is a challenge. So that means, sorry, if you're talking about carbon footprint, right? So you're telling people to cut out those carbon footprint, right? Those people who produce a lot of carbon, that means cut down the car, right? 对吗? That means you cut down all these cars that have emissions of carbon monoxide, or even you ask them to take public transport. What about race and religions? You say two things, one. So one of the issue that challenge that the government make is when they talk about environments. So they might want people to pay heavy taxes. If you want to buy a car that is not electric car, so you must pay road tax more heavier because you're driving on the roads. Okay, so you need more of this. Okay. What else? Then Qiao Xing 讲什么呢? Qiao Xing. Thanks, Ziying. Hold on. What did Qiao Xing say? Let me see. Qiao Xing say needs and wants, priority and lack of resources. So needs and priorities of citizens. Different groups of citizen needs or wants different things. For example, elderly wants affordable healthcare. Parents with school-going children want proper access to education. So you say one have to build right now. One have to build more old folks home and one have to build more school. But you know, Qiao Xing, they are getting more and more aging population issue, right? 越来越多老人家。Then 我们不可以辜负这些老人，因为他们是 pioneer generation which help to build Singapore. Then we also cannot neglect the children because 那是国家的未来的栋梁。The next generations of people who support us. 哇，头痛嘞 ，challenge 嘛。So is unequal sharing of costs. There is the one to do infrastructure. Can you write one word because of scarcity? You're right. So hey, to do or not to do, to build or not to build, which one do you think is come important? Not in my backyard. That's right. Lack of natural resources and the materials imported in other countries. You're right now, Qiao Xing. There was a year that Singapore buys sand or Jialing buy sand from Indonesia. I don't know for what reason. There's some reason that there's some argument or that end up the Indonesian refused to sell sand to us. But under the contract, they already say must sell this amount of sand. But they so-called boycott, just don't want to sell to us against the law. So very sad. So small countries are being bullied in this sense. Okay. Okay, let's talk about Ziying one. Well, Ziying, your answer is very good, long. And let me see, put it here. Okay, Ziying answer will be here. Making decision is a challenge for a country in Singapore as there is a scarcity of resources and raw material. Due to the lack of resources, what happened? It makes it difficult for a country like Singapore to allocate priorities, to prioritize for people. So you must give example like Qiaoxing like that for younger people like children or old folks. Since Singapore is a small country, it doesn't right now, it doesn't have natural resources and scarce land is scarcities. It does not have, okay, fair enough, and import, yes. So how? Because of this, is a challenge because we have a limited amount of money, amount of budget to spend on. So we have to make a very critical decisions. If I were to spend $10 million to buy aircraft carrier, sorry, not aircraft carrier, aircraft, okay, a fighter jet. That means these 10 millions are allocated to buy defense. Then what about the infrastructure of education to build more school? And then suddenly, after 10 years, there's a baby boomer. Okay, what happened? You need to build more school. Then you have to build more childcare because all parents like y'all will be working, no time to take care. Then maybe your parents say, no Qiaoxing, 对不起，我没有空照顾你儿子，你自己去找 childcare， 对吗 ？Possible， 对不对？对吗 ？Correct 了。被困也是so you see, right? So making decision is also a challenge for a country in Singapore in religion and belief. People may have different belief which can conflict, which makes the best decision for a country like Singapore. They can, okay, so Ziying, when you say difficult decision for religion and belief, how? So the Christian come, hey, MP Ziying, PM, Prime Minister Ziying, I want to have more temple, more churches. Then the Muslims say, I want to build more mosques. Then the Chinese say, 我需要 build 关公庙、岳飞庙，什么庙都 build nothing wrong Okay, build 大波公庙. Okay, so all this, then how? Then because you are Chinese, okay, all the Chinese and churches can build. How about the Muslim? Build in Pulau Tekong. You want to pray every Friday, take a ship, go Pulau Tekong and pray. I tell you, Ziying, 我跟你讲，我跟贝坤去 Australia 了。跟 kangaroo 跳了，我不敢在这边。So you have to see the decision making is very important. So you say allocation of land. Can you write down one of the things Zhao Xuan, Bei Kun, Jia Ling, and Yang Xiang is the HDB allocations of land. Write down. Okay. You know what? Do you know a HDB inside or certain percentage is allocated to non-Chinese? So for example, Bei Kun, if you are staying in Chinatown area, mostly are Chinese, right? Right? 对吗? But do you know there are some Malays and Indians also? In Tekka, Little HDB flat, yes, you're Chinese and other race. Okay, but majority, yes, they will allocate to the Indians. Okay? Okay, thank you, Zhao Xuan. Okay, I can see all the answer coming in. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm. 赵轩的 answer 在哪里呢？在这边，好的。Singapore has a diverse society with peoples and different race and religion living together. It will hence be hard for the government to make decisions as they have to make cultural differences in the society. Yes, they will have to make sure that the decision that is not biased toward one race prevent. Okay, yeah, racial riots, fair enough. This is just an introduction, but I need to know when you say cultural differences, how would it be? Get me now? Like for example, Vesak Day. Vesak Day is for Chinese, right? Is it for Chinese? No, it's not for Chinese. It's for people who believe in释迦牟尼, right? Correct. It can be Indian, it can be Amor, right? A Caucasian, it can be any other race who believe in their religions. So the culture is what? How are they going to pray to that God or how they dress? Is there any restrictions? That's a very good one. 贝坤，赵雪，你懂一种回教，她的女孩子是全部包到完的吗？ You cannot see their eyes, you know, right? They cover the whole face, right? In Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken, they are allowed to work. So, Pei Kun, if you want to employ this type of people, do you know who is the girl who the lady coming to work in your office? Don't know, right? Don't know what? You cannot say, please take out your veil and please take out your head here and I want to see your face. Cannot. That's their culture and the religion. You cannot do that. So how? You employ them, you have to let it be. You don't employ them, people say you're racism. Now you understand? So you have to give example, not just like that. If you want to give like that, to be honest, your SRQ cannot make it. The most only less than 3 marks to 4 marks. So take note. Okay, who else cannot submit? Xing Chen, can you please kindly write down your answer instead of looking at your iPad, please? Thank you. So you can see everyone submitted already. Pei Kun submitted already. Zhao Xuan submitted already. Qiao Xing submitted already. Xing Chen and Yang Xiang, we are waiting for your answer. Ziying submitted already. Jia Ling, you submitted not yet. Okay. Those of you who have submitted for extract 1, can you move on to extract 2? So do you think that the government has a more significant role to play or than the citizens? So you have to write 1 paragraph. Yes, I think the government has a role to play. 2, citizens have the role to play. Then the last one is that which one do you think is more important? Is it the government or is it the citizen? Like I told you before, Uncle Raymond will choose government over citizen. Okay, because we vote for the government to take care of our well-being. Okay, get it now? So those of you who have finished extract 1, go and do extract 2 now. So let me rest for a while. So I'm waiting for the rest to come in your answer. So let's be fair. Those of you who have not finished, please do it. Be fair to your classmate who has highly contributed their answer. It still may not be 100% good, to be honest, but you are doing your best to submit your answer. At least there's some mark. If you are not submitting in the real exam, you got 0. So think about it.
Joe, can show the question again.
Wait, Ziying, you got extra answer, You add in extra answer?
Nope.
Or the same as this one here, is it? Wait, because I'm very blurred already. Give me a minute, Zhao Xuan, hold on. Until same, no change. Okay, thanks. If this type of question come out, Zhao Xuan can pass on. It's a very straightforward answer, very easy. No need rocket science one. It's just like, do you think your parents making decision for you is more important or you make your decision more important? Okay, it's very straightforward. So don't mind, Zhao Xuan, I moved down and show you my extract 1 and 2. Where's my extract 2? Okay, I think it's here. Okay. Where's my extract 2? Wait. Yeah. Okay, what is my answer? I say government is a more significant play because of leaderships and all these things. Page 57. The more significant role to play because they cast the votes. They know that they are given the citizenship rights. Okay. So Uncle Raymond's answer is my choice. The government is more important. Any decisions the government makes or committed to the country will have both internal and external impact and consequences. It will result in political. Okay, you see, I put this one. Okay, so that's my answer. Xing Chen, are you giving me the extract 1 as well as Yang Xiang and who else is not even given to me? And Jia Ling, yes. Let me drink some water. I'm waiting for you all to type and give me the answer. So for Yang Xiang, Xing Chen, and Jia Ling, you got extract 1 and 2 to show. The rest will be concentrating on extract 2. Remember, extract 2 are 2 answers. Thank you, Xing Chen. This is extract 1, no? Okay. So I cut and paste here to show to the class what you have written. So you are talking about identity and stupid things always. Okay, let's read what Xing Chen has written. Singapore is a small island nation lacking many resources, causing it to rely on imports of a majority of resources it needs, such as food. So what's wrong with the decision making? So what kind of food they're going to give up? Okay, an important factor in creating a country is the national identity. So what to do with the food and this one? With a strong national identity, citizens will be more motivated. This has tangible effect on productivity of a country. Okay, but on the other hand, country with poor national identity. So what got to do with this the food here? And got to do with state. Okay, you say the lack of resources. Yes. So now you're talking about lack of resources is one of the reasons that the government has a challenge identity. That means the resources, should we import more milk powder or more walking stick or what? Right. So you get me now? And national identity, should we give more perks and benefit to PR or Singaporeans or foreigners with better discount or better perks for certain group of people based on their nationality? All right, thank you. So Yang Xiang, thank you for your answer. Back left, Jia Ling, your answer. Huh? Where's where's Jia Ling? Remember, where's Yang Xiang? Jia Ling is here. Yang Xiang will be here. Yes. So we are talking about birth rates and the raw materials. Singapore has a lack of manpower, mainly due to decreasing birth rate. Okay, good. Singapore does not have much choice but to open the country professional from others. So you put there foreign talent. Must put there foreign talents. When more and more foreigners come to Singapore, it can cause, hybridize and dilute our culture. Okay, what else? This can cause local to have a decreased sense of belonging. Yeah, Singapore belongs to Singaporean, that statements. Adding on, due to low birth rates, the government has no choice but to increase taxes. Yes, that is the point. Increasing the taxes will burden the working adult, but no choice, leh. Because who is going to pay for the expenses for all those old folks' home, and then the healthcare for the old folks' home, or even the buildings for old folks' homes? Yes, very good. Thank you, Yang Xiang. Left Jia Ling. So yours is lack of resources and religions. Huh? Thank you, Jia Ling. So extract 1 all submitted. Yes, well done. But most of the answers cannot score more than 5 marks. You should know that. The most 3 to 4 marks. Let's read what Jia Ling has written. Hey, Jia Ling, 我有没有 record 啊？有没有 record 啊？
Record.
有啊 ，OK。Record this video record 啊。
Oh, yeah, have.
Okay. Making decisions is a challenge for Singapore because of its limited resources. For example, Singapore water supply, yes, is heavily reliant on Malaysia. So how should we have an increase of tax bill like PUB bill, the water bill? So should we increase because our fellow Malaysian counterparts say want to increase the bill? Okay, so how? No choice, right? We have to increase the tax bill, the PUB bill for others. Okay, that means the Singapore locals. Okay, so let's move on now. Yeah, it's true. These basic needs are essential. The way you say, well, people in Singapore, therefore, so how? I don't want to buy from water from you already, Malaysia. I buy from China. 你慢慢去找，从 China 下来 more expensive, right? 对不对? And do you know recently Singapore has 2 agreements with Malaysia? One of them is expired a few years ago. The other one is going to expire in 2060. A long way to go. Don't know Uncle Raymond is still alive to drink the water. Okay, so what happened is that this is the one we're going to increase 1 gallon per how many cents. So that we are leading 我们牵着鼻子走啊。All right, so there we are. Therefore, decision making the consequences can be fatal since they are limited resource. Decision making can also be challenged because of the religions. Singapore is a multicultural country. People of different race and religion live together, promoting racial harmony. Therefore, decision making in Singapore can be challenged because the decision makers have to include all the religions so they don't feel provoked. Yes, for example, the gazetted holidays, or maybe some giving grants to certain group of people. Riots and chaos can happen if decisions are not made properly. Okay, so you're thinking about consequences, but you haven't tell what is the actual. Therefore, decision making can be challenged. How? When you say promoting racial harmonies, giving them more advantage to certain religions, how? Are they allowed them to like have a holiday for Thai Busan, or extra holiday for the Christian, or a longer holiday for the Muslim to celebrate Hari Raya, or what? Or should they have this religion, for example, religion school, Jia Ling, you know, Singapore got this MUI, MUI, religion school. Are they allowed to take O level, or because of religion school, they don't consider as religions? Wow, very a lot of implication, So how? Good or bad? Right. So can they allow to go for O level, A level, or allow the religion school to accept the Singapore education system? Do you know Singapore got homestay? The homestay means 就是在家里读书，没有去学校的。Okay, Singapore don't allow this. Okay, they have to get the students to come to Singapore MOE education public school to study. You cannot do homestay. Okay, thank you, Jia Ling. Okay, now all of us have done your answer. You have read all the 7 different answers for extract 1. Well done. Not very good, to be honest. Don't worry, later we'll give you some answer for that. While meanwhile, can you do extract 2, please? Thank you. I save it just in case. Wow. Extract 2, government or citizen. Which one do you think is more important? So I go back to the questions. Then the question is here. Don't worry. 为什么如果你选 government 的话，为什么你觉得 government is more important than citizen? What is the reason? Think that you are now like in the exam hall. Okay. You must write the conclusions. The government is important or the citizen, which you saw my answer here already, right? Is Ziying inside here? Oh yes. Okay. Use the, if you cannot write, use the so then now. So government is important. Then government has to make critical decision. How? By doing what? By doing this, by doing that. Get me now? By giving, for example, giving GST voucher, right, to the poor people. And so citizen is important because citizen is the person who casting the vote. Then citizen pay taxes. How? How is it? How is it important? Excuse me. Because citizen is important, it give everyone a role to play. Get it now? Everyone a role to play because everyone do their what? See, everyone do their what? Come on.
Part to play.
Yes, correct. So imagine the government can say, oh, cannot smoke here, cannot smoke there, 对不对？ Then 那个 citizen 管你啊，我哪里我在 void deck 也 smoke， 我在 live 也 smoke， 我在哪里都 smoke， 我什么都 smoke 啊。Then what is the point when the government has such a policy, $500 lah, what do you call, punishment 管你咯，就像那个 mask 一样，你看他们有 social ambassador 对吗？可是他们也是为了什么？为了他们的自由。Okay, what happened? 他们没有放 mask， 记得吗 ？Do you have a badge 呢 ？You remember? Do you have a badge? If you don't have a badge, what happened? Okay. Understand? So 不要想到很复杂的。你看 ，Do you have a badge? No badge, what you doing? Then 你看新加坡的 government 说 you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you must put on the mask, you must have this. But the you see the lady, remember? Do you have a badge? You remember? All these things 怎么办？就算你的 citizen 没有好好的管教就是这样，好像 very simple. Excuse me, sorry. Very excited. Today has for social study no sorry, for what am I talking about social study? 如果你妈咪讲说 OK， 好像不是你一个 parent 他讲说 OK， you must have this, you must not do this. OK， 你放学后你要回家，你要读书，你不可以用 handphone。可是他们不管那个学生回来用 handphone， 可以不做功课，看电视机 ，correct 了。So no matter how the mommy daddy have a timetable for him OK, after makan ready 冲凉了，你要做功课，睡觉睡一下子，然后出来做练习簿这些 right 然后你记得去 piano lesson 然后去珠算、心算，什么算都算了 OK， then 他管你我打电话去 flirt with my girlfriend， Hello 你好吗？还是跟朋友去Orchard Road， then you see。So no matter how good a policy, if you cannot implement well with the support right now, with the support of the citizen, sayonara, cannot work. Okay? So 你现在就是想，说到底是怎么样 ？To be honest, if the parents have this timetable, right, then got camera. 儿子被困够了不要整天跟你的女朋友讲电话，快点做功课。妈咪，你怎么知道？不要跟我 ，I don't want to tell you. You got a camera? Where's the hidden camera? Still talk to your girlfriend some more, Okay, I do. Still use your handphone. Hey, how the hell you know I'm using handphone? Where is it? Where is it? Then later you pretend, mommy, 我肚子饿，我要去楼下。Then 走，楼下吗？ That's how come you go few block away and meet your girlfriend? How come you know? Because you put a bus in your handphone already. It's true, Ziying. You realize Singapore got a lot of camera on the street, right? You realize that just like 最近I tell you, I just tell 最近我做 police duty， 我做到一半 I got a call, all units stand by, a man with a chopper. It's on my duty, Ziying. It's just a few block away from my police car, my colleagues. Few chopper, wow, action pack, 可以抓人耶，我很爽。怎么知道我的 colleague 已经抓他了？ He could hold a chopper and walk on the street. Ziying, 你会怕吗 ？Holding a chopper on the street. Then later he called he said, oh, because I went to Pei Kun House to borrow a chopper, 因为我要切菜。What the hell? 你切菜 OK, fair enough 你没有 chopper 啦，你 chopper 就是刀当然我去你的家我哪知道我是不是要放在 bag 里面，对不对？对吗？是武器来的嘞，他还在 街上大摇大摆拿刀啊，你会说倚天屠龙剑什么倚天屠龙刀啊？你在拍戏 ，imagine 的悲观走去，你们在拍戏啊？哪里啊？哪里？我可以参加一份吗？啊 ，you see， OK。So I hope you all guys have some idea already, alright? 加油加油！哇、一定要写哦！你不写的话，就真的 too bad。Okay, have you give me the answer already? The 7 of you? So say Yang Xiang, you say citizen or Yang Xiang? So at the conclusion, you must say why citizens is more important for the good, working for the good of the society. Huh? So I got Raymond already give you some ideas already. Huh? And then Jialing, you say government. Huh? So you have to explain to the class or to me and to yourself why you choose government. Okay, Zhao Xuan, Pei Kun also choose government. Huh? 赵轩，你没有选呢，对不对？赵轩，因为又要赵轩不见了。子英，你选什么
？Citizens.
Thank you. 赵轩 ，Are you there? Then it will be your conclusion, 哈，贝坤。哎呦，为什么这个很死 ？Can you put this one good there? 我刚刚读 too fast. The government is a role model for citizens to follow what? I will follow you whenever you may go. The mountain as high as can be. 很好听哦，你听过这首歌吗？ It's actually a very nice song. If you watch Sister Act 2 or Sister Act 1, you will play this song. It's in the 60s. I will follow you. Okay, it's a very nice song. I love you, I love you. Da, 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 da. So please don't say I follow. Follow what? The government is a role model for the citizen to follow their rules and regulation, my dear 贝坤。跟着我走，跟着我来，你说吧？你以为你是谁呀？好像那个僵尸这样，当然跟着他走。Okay, so you must encourage citizens do more what? 我知道抽多一点烟，丢多一点垃圾。做一点多crime 哎呦，不是这样啊，贝坤。The more very ambiguous， 不要这样写在你的英文的作文啊。OK，Imagine 贝坤，你问你儿子，你去哪里？出去啦，你眼睛瞎，让我飞啊。I tell you, if your son talk to you like that, that's it 啦。Because 不可以怪他，因为你是这样讲话如果你问你儿子，你去哪？哦 ，Daddy， 我出去外面，刚才我跟朋友去鬼混不是，我跟朋友去读书，get it 啊？明白啊 ？OK。杨香 ，your answer is very good for extract 1 For you will get 5 marks It's just that little part then, you know. 不完美不是十全十美，不可以用完美，不十全十美，不可以用完美。我们做人不要完美，我们做人要十全十美。完美是主God。我不要你们完美我们要十全十美，你懂为什么被困 ？Because 你永远做不到十全十美，你可能会做到 9.7、9.5 ，Is it very good already？ true 的。Right, 子英 agree. I mean, if you were to get all A1s, all subject 100/100 I scared no, 子英，你已经走火入魔了。No, seriously, I seen student like that no good no. 他变成是一个walking a zombie already. Because I got one student, his English is so perfect, I taught her. I'm so scared, you know why? 他吃饭看书 OK 啦，走路那时他的没有什么 WhatsApp handphone 的 ，anyway she don't use handphone from a top girl school, so everywhere she go read books even 在厕所I don't know I didn't go toilet she told me 大便小便都拿书OK 啦 fair very good fair 他冲凉也看书I was like thinking how the hell she read嘉玲 how the hell she read when she's bathing Well, this one is extreme already You know what she said very good and Jia Ling and Yang Xiang and Xing Chen and Chelsea I don't want to waste any single second for missing out what I've learned. And I say no lah, please. That one is too extreme. True not. So sometimes when you got twins brother, sometimes when she eat now, she will just focus, And if I got a chance to show you the whole entire essay, I got it now. The whole entire essay, no mistake one. Only 1 or 2 mistakes. And then she complained, yeah, I made a mistake. 过分 1 or 2 mistakes is considered very good, right? Sometimes you will miss it. Even I myself also sometimes make that more than 2 mistakes. Say no, cannot too much. That one is really crazy already. No, I don't want you to get 100 upon 100 please. I know maths can do it Science also can do it. English not possible. Okay, I don't see so far this powder. Yeah, sorry you look at her. She's a bit zombie, right? 但六亲不认对吗? She don't care. She will be very happy to see you fail, no? She will be happy to see you like worse than her, And then you say, excuse me, can you lend me your notes? Oh, sorry, Zui. I'm so sorry, I forgot to bring it. Maybe next time I'll pass it to you. Then bloody hell, you see her at one corner in the canteen reading the notes. You say, I thought you never bring. Oh, I forgot. I got bring. I'm so sorry. GG, WTF, WTH, FML, then you walk away. 有吗？来子怡，有吗？这种人我跟你讲，不用接近他，你等一下跟他一起走我入魔。I've seen that in my school before, seriously. And I've been teaching so many years, I've seen this kind of student. I tell you, these people go to society and work, a lot of his colleague or her colleague will really hate them. Especially guy, I haven't seen a guy in NS like that, or all blanket party. You know what's blanket party? The blanket party, that means you blanket him and then everyone whack him. Then when you take out his blanket, who the hell hit me? Who the hell hit my backside? Who the hell hit me from behind? I don't know. Okay, still cannot give me the answer, children. 这么难咩？乔欣也给了谢谢。Okay, let's read Chao Xing one. Xing Chen, your answer is very good. I think you better stop playing your chess. I can see you're playing chess now. Government has legislative power, have the resource. I like the word, man. Damn it. Write down. But because they have the vested power right now, Chao Xing, the BEST, they have the vested power. Sometimes they might be abusing the power. Okay? Not like Singapore, I'm talking overall. Don't make the noise. Okay? I say don't make the noise. Have the resources to be able to bring changes, not one change, changes plural. Citizens have to voice out their concern, opinions, and feedback right now. And their grievances. Okay, right now. For the government to know and pass the bill. That is why I got this Singapore conversation right now. Now, with the Singapore conversations, they are able to implement rules and regulations. So citizens have a greater responsibility has the government has neither the time nor the resources to ensure the compliance of. No, I disagree. They have the time and certain resources. Okay, I disagree, Jiao Xing. You should say a greater responsibility has. Okay, sorry. Yesterday we have a barbecue in my in-laws house on top of the rooftop of the penthouse. Wow, nice view. But no girlfriend, no girl to see. Yang Xiang, see all the bird. Boring, man. Okay, so what we are suggesting is that the children, when we grow up, we do not have the chance to see them grow. the bonding, that period of time that you grow. So the governments may not have the essential time to listen to every citizen of Chelsea, to their needs and wants. You see, every citizen would like to have the wants more than the needs, right? So that day, my younger son's birthday, I asked him, what do you want for your birthday? I want, you see, I want an iPad. iPad, So I hate anti-iPad. So primary 4, you listen, primary 4 only. Do you think primary 4 need an iPad? No, Jiao Xing, no, right? So my wife said, no, this iPad got 128 memory, must buy 256. It costs 2,005. And add this, add that. I say, primary 4, what? You're playing Dota, COD, League of Legends. What game you playing? So you get a minute. It's not necessary, right? It's the wants. He wants it just because his cousin has it. Then he said, I want to buy a Nintendo Xbox or all these things. It's a wants, not a needs. Actually, he needs what? A normal iPad would do. A normal laptop, 300-400. You know why? For SLS. You know SLS, right? Enough already, ma. Correct or not? You're not doing AutoCAD. You're not doing Python programming. My goodness, with nothing wrong. So thank you. So you see, the citizens would have to put in efforts to make the change, even through the governments are the one who post. Okay, what effort, my dear Chelsea? What effort are we talking about? So imagine Chelsea, don't mind, example, 你爸爸讲说，你爸爸妈妈讲说，Chelsea 你要用功你 put in effort. Very ambiguous. So same thing Chelsea 以后你跟你儿子讲，儿子你要 put in effort. 什么是 effort Daddy? 不懂，你爷爷奶奶跟我讲 effort. Then 你儿子又跟你的孙子讲 put in effort. So this effort is very general, right? 对不对？ I don't think your father and mother will say put in effort one, to be honest, Chelsea. Your father and mother will say, Chelsea, please put in your efforts. Do as much as you can. Don't stress yourself. Okay, go to beyond the limits. And if you stress out, let us know. 对不对？ This is called the definition of effort to your parents, to you. Then next time to your son, okay, then you tell your son, okay, last time 爷爷奶奶是跟我这样讲, this is the definition effort. But now your new generation, the effort is different. You are more competitive because they are now in this school called RI. Example, RI, and all of them are top score. There's only one position in class. 对不对? There's no such thing in a SEA game or Olympic game. You can have 2 winners for gold medalists. 对吗？可以，对吗？ In a medal tennis, you can have 2 gold winner, 2 silver and 2 bronze. But in a real competition in study, in a class, there's only one. Unless the marks the same, it's possible. Unless you and your classmate, the one all score 100, I think the fellow will not want to be beside. Excuse me, get lost. Why are you so clever? Then you tell him, oh, because I'm clever, you're stupid, no? Because you're stupid. What do you mean stupid? I got all 100. You're stupid in EQ. You know, damn stupid. This type of friend don't make sense. Sorry, I say. Okay. And the best thing is that when they do group work, they always tend to be a freeloader. Okay. So Chelsea, 你明白吗? I will tell you to put in the efforts to make changes, right? To put in the efforts to follow the rules and regulations, to put in the efforts to commit right now, to commit the government's policy to make it to happen, to be workable, to be achievable. 明白吗? Now, sorry to use this example, Jia Ling and Xing Chen and Zhao Xuan. Zhao Xuan, are you there? Can you show me a thumbs up? I got one student very cute. Uncle, I cannot show you. Why? Because I'm in the toilet. 我在大便。then 我说不用紧，then 我就讲不用紧，我闻不到你的味道。But can you at least show me your face? Cannot, because I'm putting my laptop on the floor. Okay. Then I asked my student, can you smell it? My student, can smell me? Oh my gosh, seriously, so cute, right? Okay, so the effort is something that you must be more specific, okay? Must be more to the point where you must tell, okay, what kind of efforts are we putting in, all right? Okay? Thank you. Jiao Xing, now I'm looking at Ziying answer. Oh, Jiao Xing, just now I was talking, I forgot. Before I forget, can you put down last part? I don't want to put, as the one to pass the bills to carry out and fulfill. Right now, to carry out and fulfill the needs and wants of the citizens. Okay, for example, you know, some HDB, they don't have the ramp, you know, the ramp for the handicap, right? Is this a need or is it a want? It's a need as well as the want. Okay. Okay, Ziying, your answer. I believe the citizen has a more significant role than its government in working for the good of society. Has the citizen has the one who play their parts in working for the good of society. Okay, this one is just the, remember, Ziying, we are talking about. Oh, so you're describing it. Now it's time to explain. They are the ones. Who is the they? Your grandfather or my grandfather? My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma and your grandma will put a fag on fire. Talk about Ayla. You know there's such a song? You know got these songs? Seriously, there's these songs. Seriously, it's not me singing that. So don't put the they. Can you be more specific? Citizens are the ones who can vote for the people who will lead. So you must say the Singaporeans are the ones who can vote for the people who will lead Singapore to a better future. And they again are still a they. Your grandma and my grandma. Don't ever write this in the exam. Good luck to you. If the examiner is very sarcastic and very particular like me, I will circle the they. Who is the they? And don't write this in your essay in English also. Don't do they. Don't use pronouns. Use a proper noun with a name given. Are the ones who are responsible for making decisions on who they believe, who okay they are. Hello, your uncle and my uncle believe can lead Singapore to a prosperous and productive and peaceful. 3P. Right now, productive, peaceful, and what? Productive, peaceful, and prosperous. Okay. Hence, well done, Measure. Well done, well done. I believe that citizens have a more significant role than its government working for the good of society as they want. Responsible have to play. Okay, this one, my dear, is more to the conclusion. Okay, they are giving the conclusion. Thank you. Oh, Chromebook. Unless I don't know, like this from MOE, right? Because now they don't have it. Oh yeah, thanks to Bacon for your suggestion, Chromebook. Actually, I want to buy a second-hand one for it, but my mama, the grandma, said no, must give me the first one. Wow, very pampered. Then I asked my mom, can I have a laptop? You know what my mama said? They could go and fly kite. Go and fly kite. Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, Ziying, you see, 你现在写在这边哦。So when you go to exam, you know, no, my grandma and your grandma must put a specific one. 真的有这首歌啦。You go and say, I can't remember what's the title, but if you watch the movie called Pretty Woman, okay, you will know this songs. All right, thank you. And P, the third P is P. You ask me what is the third P, right? The P. Okay. Okay, right now, a country must be prosperous, progressive. Progress, right now the word progress. Productive, peaceful. Productive, peaceful, and prosperous. Okay. Peaceful. Because any policy that the government implement is only one-sided affair, it will not be peaceful already. You will create racial riot and tension. So it actually is a 5P. To make it profitable, to make the country profitable, that means not only taxing people, but able to use the tax to help the poor. So it's profitable, productive, prosperous, peaceful, and perform to the best and progress. So many people. Okay. You see, thanks to your essay, you see, you are helping the rest of your classmates to learn more P. Not Pretty Woman. Huh? Okay, so who else have not given to me? Only Jialing, Yang Xiang, Xing Chen, and Zhao Xuan. One more minute. Let's see who can give me. Okay, I think I got no time to talk about reliability. I will do it next week because we went through this quite a lot to discuss on the previous. So look at this one here. Okay, I think you have it all. You have it, 贝坤，交心有吗？ The previous lesson 有吗？有没有 print 出来？有没有交心？
Didn't print out, but I have.
Sorry, I can't hear you, my dear.
Oh, I didn't print out, but I have the online copy.
Okay, good. Okay, I don't stress you all. Let me do the talking and this. So imagine, Ziying, Jialing, Xingchen, Yang Xiang, Bei Kun, Qiao Xin, and Zhao Xin. Uncle Raymond is an O-level student now. I go to the exam hall. Okay, ready? Help me. If those of you print, extract one. Oh, living in a diverse society. Oh, okay. Hey, wait. Hey, wow, who type? Jialing, Oh, thank you. I just saw your Zoom message. Okay. The government is a decision maker of a country and is
I think in front still have.
in front have me. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, Jialing. I supposed to read your this, but before I worry, I forget. So this extract, okay, this extract 1, 2, 3. I have to do this. Okay, all of you look at the Zoom right now. Okay, this is definitely an issue 2. Sorry, I typed too fast. And issue 2 talk about this. Okay, it's talking about F stand for foreigners, L stand for local, O stand for opportunity, 3 is the 3A. Aware, attention, and alertness, and T stand for the threats. Okay, and the S stand for the system. So once we have all these in place, the issue 2 and the floats, we are very focused. We know what we're going to talk about, and we know extract 1, 2, 3 will be talking about floats. Get it? Okay. Now, Yang Xiang, are you okay? Okay. So, hey, Jialing, can you read to the class? Because I want to do my help. The citizen.
Citizen has a role in working for the good of society by spending their time, efforts, and money towards social cause. They can be helpful to the society. However, the government is the decision maker of the country and is given the role to govern the country. They are.
Stop. Thank you for your decision making. Children, write down. Qiao Xin, Xingchen. The government is a decision making and a problem what? Problem what? Anyone?
Solver.
Who say that? Jialing, do you say problem solving? Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Extra mark for your creative. Right now, decision making and problem solving. You are right. Thank you. Carry on.
They are responsible for maintaining internal and external security as well as providing goods and services. By maintaining internal and external orders, the government ensures peace and safety in the country. People living in the country will then feel more secure and work for the society without having the pressure of facing threats. Some example will be Singapore police force to strengthen internal security. Providing goods and services for the public is also an essential role of government in working for the good of society. By providing goods and services for the public, the government ensures that all citizens can access these goods and services.
Smoothly, write down. Smoothly, safely, and successfully. Write down. And people will feel, remember the third EI, Ziying, Jialing, and Bei Kun and Yang Xiang, describe, explain with example. You talk about police, so how the last E, how people will feel very safe and sound right now. The citizen of Singapore will feel safe and sound and can sleep well because we know the government has in place the internal and external security. Like Ziying, when 你睡觉的时候，你当然是要锁门，对吗？ Right， 就算我不管你住在 condo 也好 ，landed property HDB 也好，只要有屋子都是会锁门。But 你知道吗？以前在 kampung 你会是 kampung 来那个乡下，在新加坡most of the time they don't really lock the door. They can sleep with the door open, and yet people will not go in and steal things because all the kampung people, the villages are all reasonably quite not well-to-do one. So they're very trustworthy. But you go and open your door now, open your door and then sleep without closing the door for the whole night. Very good. I tell you. No, right? Last time my grandfather liked to sleep with the door open but the gate locked. Okay, now why? Because 我的外公是从莆田来的. Okay, really, he's really a typical person from China. Okay, he really saw World War II and how the Japanese killed the Chinese and how his bicycle shop was being confiscated and all the things that no one. I tell you, you're going to give him sushi, you're going to slap me, man. Okay, so you can see how he liked to. And then I always say, 外公为什么你开门? Say very hot. Okay, I used to stay in the place where I open the door. You see, reliability and usefulness skills. Now, Ziying, you heard from Uncle Raymond, right? But you did not hear from the primary source, which is my grandfather. I heard from the primary source. You only hear from me. I can have you correct, not Ziying. Okay, so how are you going to check? Unless you go and check with your grandparents, is it true back in China or in Singapore like that? Get it? Or maybe next time you have a chance to go for VIA, then you visit those old people who are 1890s, they will tell you, yes, last time we speak with the door open, we don't close. But now we need to close because we need to close now. Nothing wrong. It's a habit, okay? Carry on, my dear.
As the citizens are taken care of, they are more likely to contribute to the country. Some goods can also attract investors to boost the country's economic, which will benefit the citizens. Therefore, government has a more important role in working for the goods of society.
I like the way you say they are more likely to contribute to the country willingly. Okay, write the word willingly. Because you see, if you are working in a company, in a school, studying in a school, and if they are being biased, imagine your children, Daddy, Mommy, 这个学校每次bully我 definitely 你换学校了嘛，对不对？你听过孟母三迁对吗？那个故事有听过吗？为什么他妈咪要搬家？就是为了找好的 environment 吗？为什么你的 parents 要带你来新加坡？为什么不要 send 你们去 Africa？被困 correct 了 ？Africa good right？ 整天跟那个 zebra leopard 跑 ，confirm 你的100 meters better than Usain Bolt. How you run so fast? Every day I tell you, when I go to school, I have to watch out the leopard. Why? Because the leopard chased me after the school. So when I go inside the school, you can't catch me. That's how I become the fastest runner than Usain Bolt. It sounds very stupid. Okay, never mind. Okay, so problem solver. Yes, thank you. Problem solver. Yes, well done. So this is extract 1. Dressed in ethnic attire, students of many primary and secondary schools across the island celebrate racial harmony days through many activities. I think Minister for Education Ng Chee Meng joined celebration and took part in the traditional games. So poor thing, I tell you, this Ng Chee Meng is already out of BAP because they lost the seat to a worker party, opposition party. But now he's a chairman of the NTUC union. He's a very nice man. He's actually one of the ex-army officer, very high ranking. So here we are talking about the T. The timeline is definitely the present. The audience will be the governments, the government who want to talk about the primary and secondary school students, as well as their fellows, classmates, schoolmates, as well as their fellows, parents. At the same time, we are talking about racial harmony. We are not talking that, okay, all the Singaporean Chinese, okay, will be together. The PR will be one group. All the China Chinese will be one group. The Vietnamese Chinese one group. The Hong Kong Chinese one group. Ziying, imagine your school principal talk like that. You know what I do? Ziying will say, all the girls get ready with the egg and throw at the principal now. This kind of principal, sorry, what is a lousy principal, right? But if the principal is to say that, okay, all the girls in this school, regardless of what colors your skin is, or your race, right, or your religions, please gather together and wear your according to your attire. So if you come from Vietnam, you wear the Vietnam's costume, right? And then if you're Indian, you wear the Indians, right? And the Muslim, you wear the Muslim, right? This is what, sorry, not many in this world have this kind of concept to let you dress according to your traditional value, like cheongsam or like the sari, okay? Seriously, not many countries in this world allow that. Maybe Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, okay, in Southeast Asia. Why? Ziying and Jialing and Yang Xiang, because this is a very deep-rooted Asian country with values right now and traditions and custom for many few hundred years. American, what kind of costume were there? Like that. You know what is that? With this one, Statue of Liberty. Yeah, Statue of Liberty got the five ting 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 come out, right? Then with the lights, right? Correct, huh? Statue of Liberty. That's the best they can give you. So that's abstract one. So wait, what you're going to explain the issue two? What kind of question will they ask you about abstract one? You must think before you attempt the abstract 1, 2, and 3. Are they talking about race and religion? Okay, abstract 2. Very tired. Yang Xiang, help me to read this.
Below is the list of things Iwani, a foreign student in Singapore, perceives as prejudices in Singapore. Prejudice in Singapore is when the little children stare at you in fear, whilst their parents pretend like they don't notice and say nothing. Prejudice is when people marvel at how clean and pretty your hair is because their expectation is for it to be dirty and ugly. Prejudice is when one too many Chinese uncles changes their cap sign and drives off the moment they see you signaling.
Is it true? Yes. Okay, very sad when you see an Indian guy, you know, Indian got this jasmine flowers flavor, you know, right? 如果你有印度朋友，你说哇，那个味道很重，他们的 you know they got put olive oil on their head, their hair. They got this smell. 不是很臭气熏天的味道。The smell that give them that kind of fragrance, that is their value and traditions and custom. But people say, 哇，不要，等一下我的整个 taxi 很臭。Very sad. You mean Chinese got no bad smell, man? Malay, other race don't have, man. If you are living in a multi-racial society, you must write down, really, you must have start with T. 那个刀这边的有一点，下面一个心。What is that word? 哎，赵贤今天没有不用紧。星辰你懂吗？忍 The word is tolerate. Please write down. Tolerance, must have tolerance. Well done. You got one extra mark for you, Bacon. Well done for your creativity. So this topic here, extract 2, take note now. You can write down somewhere here. They're going to talk about, remember the FLOAT, the threats, 对吗？有没有我讲 floats? 有没有我讲 floats, 对吗？ It's got to do with the threat already and the system. Oh, now you understand already, Zhi? Using the floats, If you forgot what I'm talking about, let me put it here so that you have a better idea. So I put here, Okay, that's called float. That means this topic here talk about foreigners, also talk about locals, about the opportunity they don't take the passenger they don't take. Then there's create awareness. The moment they see the Indian flagging, oh, sorry, change shift. Why the T stand very threatening, very smelly, very this, all these Indian people come here and take my job. What kind of system is here? I thought this system was supposed to be multiracial. Why you all have prejudice? So this is what she say. Let's move on to extract 3. Can I have, see?
The Ministry of Manpower has released its preliminary report on Thursday, announcing an increase of 31,800 or 0.9% jobs created in 2015, the lowest year-on-year growth since 2003. Out of the 31,800 jobs created, only 100 or 0.3% were taken up by Singaporeans and PR, with the rest by foreign workers and domestic workers.
Make sense now? Does it make sense with foreigners, locals, and the opportunity taken? 鸡蛋这个臭子音来我新加坡抢我的工作，害我儿子没有工作做。你们这些中国人真的回去中国啊？等你讲新加坡人回去不拉无兵不拉的工啊？去 Central Island 啊 ？This is recorded. I always say, being a Singaporean myself, I always tell my Singaporean kids when I was in school, 新加坡的孩子不要好练，懂什么是好练吗？懂什么是好练吗？听过吗？乔信，你听过吗？你懂什么是好练吗？杨相 ，you know what's 好练哦
Yes.
Don't be so arrogant. 不要骄傲。We are just a small country. Without all these foreigners, how to survive? And don't forget, all the Singaporeans are mostly, I think 99.9%, all their ancestors are all immigrant from China. As long as you are Chinese, unless you are aliens, then I don't know. Okay, I always say that unless you're aliens, as long as you're human beings, 99% are all from China. If you look at the history of Singapore, they are run by the Orang Wats, which is those Malay native, right? That's why Singapore last time used to belongs to Malaysia. You study history of Singapore, you should know. The same thing, the Americans will taken the land of the Red Indians. You remember the Red Indians? If you look at the 叶问第四集, 你就懂. And the Americans doesn't belong to the whites. It belongs to the natives. If you watch the Pocahontas, you know, right? And then Australians actually belongs to Aborigines. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, it's because the England that time got too many prisoners. They ship all the prisoners to Australia. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, half of the population in Australia, their forefathers are all prisoners. But don't go to Australia, hey, your grandfather prisoner, right? 你去那边给人家打，不要说是 Uncle Raymond 啊。So now you understand now. So you look at it now, the Europeans are really concentrate on the Europe side, right? In Europe, do you see there's durian? Do you see there's sweet potato? No, right? Do you see there's silk? No? Why the European go to Silk Road of China? Because silk can make clothes, right? So you see Brazil got coffee, got tea. European got what? Strawberry only, ma. Other country also have strawberry. So I'm not against the whites. They give us the educations. They give us the common language to learn. So this one should be fair for everybody. But just because you have 1 and 2 advantage, you don't go and look down at other race and religions. This is not right. And sometimes you call yourself a Christian, then you should be more gracious, right? Correct, not say. Oh, right. You have to be gracious to all race. So this part here is say that you are taking away the jobs and others. Do you self-reflect or Bacon? You know, right? Self-reflect. Why do you think these jobs are given to other foreigners? Because they are hardworking. They don't mind to work long hours. And then Singaporeans no, I need 14 days leave. I need 14 days MC. I need 30 months bonus. If it's not $5,000, I don't work. Bye-bye. I only work 9 to 5. Anything overtime, you must pay me extra. Get it now. Right? They are not hunger for works and money. So they are having that, they're protected by the laws. Fair enough. Remember, I told you the government law set up, but fair enough. Okay, but then it's up to you. Seriously, right? You know this waste management where they throw rubbish, right? You know the throw rubbish one, Okay, you think a lot of Singaporeans want to work in this kind of job? Okay, never mind. Do you think a lot of people want to work this kind of job? No, right? Throw rubbish. You know, follow the truck, right? Correct. Very smelly, right? Might tell him agree. So how? They have to get the Bangladesh worker or even foreigners. Yeah, maybe there are some Chelsea. Usually are the yellow ribbon. You know the yellow ribbons? When they went to prison, they can't find a job, they come out to work. Okay, 他没有偷没有抢，也是用他的血汗钱来赚钱，对吧？子怡 Right. So please do not always say foreigner take away their jobs. Are you Singaporean willing to take the job? Ziying, all of you are maybe not born here. Some of you born in China or other place. Right, Jialing, correct. But next time, your children will be born in Singapore, right? So they are really a typical Singaporean already. They can say my daddy is from China, my mommy is from Australia. Fair, but Australia can be Chinese, correct now, right? But you come in Singapore, but your son Jialing is Singaporean. So that's a different thing. Please do not have the word xenophobia. 人人平等. You want to compete in a good ground. Don't compete just because you are foreign. I hate to do that. I hate to hear that. Okay, let's go to the questions. Chelsea, can you read to the questions for A, please?
Extra 1 shows the interactions between students and diverse backgrounds during Racial Harmony Day in schools. In your opinion, how can you encourage interaction between people from diverse backgrounds? Explain your answer using 2 strategies.
Write down food. Food is the best, correct now? please 啊，子英，你不要拿肉干哈，肉干给马来人吃哦。你不要拿那个肉骨茶给马来人吃啊 ，no 啊。Okay, you must like certain like 龟，然后those food that is halal or whatever it is. Okay, food. Second one would be what entertainments. Okay, or exchange items. Right? Thank you. Extract 2, please, Chelsea.
Extract 2 and 3 reflect the prejudice and competition for resources that result from living in a diverse society. Is prejudice more serious than competition for resources in diverse society? Explain your answer.
So is it prejudice? You see, extract 2 talk about prejudice. Extract 3 talk about competition of resources. That means you got this amount, 331,000 jobs. Or are we talking about prejudice that people, which one to be more serious? I'm telling you, I find that prejudice is more serious than competition of resources. Once you have an eye level, you're blind by prejudice, you're blind by biasness, you're blind by for already looking down a certain group of people. There's no competition already. Your competition is like you're going to fix already. Agree or Chelsea? Right? 我不喜欢你就是不喜欢你，我不要跟你讲 competition 啊。My mind is that once I see your name, Chelsea, Chinese out, I only want Malay, Indian. You see, I prejudice already. So to me, I find prejudice is very serious. Once a person has prejudice, that means 他已经是 sorry to use the word 已经是狗眼看人低了。当你狗眼看人低，当 you got these eye levels to filter like a filter paper to filter out like the tea bag you filter the leaf you already filter the good one already. You don't give people a chance. So for example, Pei Kun or Yang Xiang, if imagine your colleague suddenly filter, oh, this one special needs, handicap, sorry, out. Then you don't give them a chance to work. And then anyway, this handicap, Pei Kun and Yang Xiang, they actually sit there, hello, welcome to StarHub. My name is so and so. What can I do? It's a telemarketer 来坐在那边讲电话嘞。虽然他走路不方便他坐 wheelchair。But you really got prejudice. 哎呦，老板被困，这个坐 wheelchair 来做 telemarketer， 等下去厕所又要我推他去厕所，连小便大便怎么办？那要下楼梯怎么办？我们的 lift 换，你要我扛他的 wheelchair 下去啊？老板，哎呀，不要啦，这种人麻烦的，不要请啦。You see? I'm talking about the real world. And then best thing then when you interview how you score for SS A1 A1 家里 but EQ 0 哇他写 essay 很厉害家里 A1 but when it comes to this guy on wheelchair F9 星辰 are you there 星辰 I don't want to see your background please I can't see your face your handsome face so one more point. To me, competition of resources is 人人平等. Thank you, Xinchai. Why I say competition for resources is very fair? Because in a diverse society, write down, ready? If you have talent, if you have education, write down, I'm serious. If you have talent, are you writing down, children? Write down on paper, Okay. If you have talent, if you have if you have education, if you have skills, if you have experience, if you have good relationship, and you are able to communicate, no problem. Agree or Zing? Agree or Jia Ling? Right? If you have talents, so sorry, we all know ITE is so-called, oh my goodness, your education compared to me, man, I'm Harvard. Okay. I'm telling you, I got so many papers. When it comes to do certain things, my wife don't have Harvard's or university degree. Okay, it's just only an O level. Okay, so certain things I'm a highly educated. I'm sometimes a bloody idiot. Where I can't do certain things. When my wife are better. You see? And every time I very show off to my wife, just between I'm a graduate and graduate. Then one fine day, Jia Ling, I cannot do. I stop there. Then my wife said, I thought you graduated. I sucked down. You see? You mean by she has certain talents and experience. I know ITE studies 是不厉害的. To be honest, I swear to God, I have to commit. I don't like IT students. That was many years ago. Seriously 嘉玲，我不是看不起他们，因为我带我学生去 IT 哦 ，you know like those 我的 NA student right， 他们的 path 就是如果你读书不厉害就去 IT。I don't like this kind of concept. I hate the system. I always tell my NA student, don't go to ITE, go to poly. Fair right? Oh, right. I encourage them. I don't say your NT student, NA student confirm one IT 全部会读书，不要浪费时间。I don't like no. No matter how 就算有 1% chance, I will tell my NA student. Then you see my T-shirt. You see my T-shirt? Oh, you see my T-shirt here? Football player. You can see my name here. You see my class T-shirt. One more time. Raymond. So I always tell my students, don't go to ITE. But surprisingly, Jia Ling and Bei Kun and Yang Xiang, some of my students went to ITE, go to higher NITEC, and a few of them graduated from university. These are the people with talents, educations. All right, listen, skill, experience, and good communication skill. So this will be very competitive because I'm very worried, Jia Ling, that I worry my NA students, if we go to IT, they will not have a fairer ground to compete with people with an experience or IP or IP. 明白吗？他们会被冷落 ，disadvantage。他们这些学生也是我的宝贝 ，right? Some of them call me Uncle Raymond, it's like my niece and nephew. 我不舍得看到他们被bully. You know our new colleague. So in the pantry, we are drinking, right? Hey, Ziying, imagine I miss Raymond, okay? So my nice said, Ziying, you know, recently got this guy came in. Oh my goodness, IT one. You're very stupid. What will you say to her? Yeah, your makeup also very stupid. Then you walk away. If someone tell you this, then sorry, 他就是狗眼看人 right? Prejudice 对不对？所以他已经没有想到那个 He don't look at him as a competitive resource 对吗？嘉玲也被困。The first thing you say, oh, it's an IT guy. Oh my goodness, to waste my time talking to this idiot. Oh my goodness, if you use the word idiot, then it's more worse. 对吗？被困 agree 了。So he already no competitive resource already. He's already prejudiced. Make sense, So I find that prejudice is more serious than anything else. Once you have the eyes of prejudice, you no need to think of anything because your mind is fixed already. Right? You don't care about other things. That's me. You can disagree with me. Okay, I'm just sharing a point. Okay, sorry, a quick one. Look at the answer here. I'm not going to read now. I expect you guys, Zhao Xuan, all of you, since it's recording, can you read the answer now? Read now. Speed reading. 1 minute now. Go. Chelsea and 星辰最好是看你们的 exam 还有其他的 doesn't mean your media over already, you don't see You see the answer got no rocket sign no rocket sign one. Don't worry lah, Bacon, like look like so sleepy like that. Tomorrow holiday leh. Zhao Xuan, if you are there, remember read. Thank you. Okay, Yang Xiang, you can Yang Xiang. You ready already? Okay, So give you some idea. Don't tell me you don't know how to do the question already. Okay, great. Yeah. No, I do it, Qiao Xing. Actually, I don't want to show the answer, but I realize you all got exam. So I want to show you the format. Guys, sorry, when you're reading this, later when you turn on your video, if you are using your video, where's my answer? When you have video, Ziying and all of you, use the DEERL, the describe, explain, example, and expression, and result, and link. Okay, now go back. This one, make it smaller so they can read the whole entire answer. The 1 and 2 mark, don't waste time, huh? Oh, sorry. Sorry. I make it to 100% so that all of you can read the whole entire one. Then we call it a day. Okay. You see, this one is also no rocket sign one. It's from your heart. 纯粹在你的心里的话要讲出来。You yourself finish already, reading? No selective reading of must read every single line, every single word. Especially those underlined one. Thank you. Xingchen, please turn on your camera, please. Thank you.
I'm in the toilet.
Okay, thank you so much. Xiaoxing, you saw it, huh? Xiaoxing. You read the last part already? 最后一段吗? Conclusion?
Yeah.
True, right? Xingchen, Ziying, 读完了吗? I know I'm talking to you. Can you don't talk to your parents? Talk to me now. Bei Kun, true or not? Finish already? Have you finished reading? 嘉玲读完了吗? Okay, Ziying, you finish your conclusion already? Hello, Ziying. Can you stop talking to your boyfriend? Unless you tell me stop, you are talking to your parents, then fine. But you still stop talking to them. Talk to me now. Do you see the last paragraph? Have you read the last paragraph? All make sense, huh? Right. So no matter how, you see, no matter how the government have implemented very beautiful 十全十美 the policy, if the citizens say, okay, all the Malays stay in Pulau Ubin, the Indians stay in Pulau Tekong, the Chinese stay in Orchard Road, 哇，完蛋了。这个新加坡完蛋了。Ziying, I'm there to tell you because I do have Muslim relatives. I have a lot of good Indian friends. Okay, so if anyone will say this type of things, 我第一个华人会出来站在我的同胞马来人跟印度人。在我的学校里面，我每次都是 protect 我的 foreign student 跟 non-Chinese. Because as an SS and humanity teachers, you have to walk the talk. Action speak louder than word. No point teaching it. 讲一套做一套 teaching one point and then we see, hey, Mr. Xiong, Uncle Raymond, not true 嘞，对不对？ then 就是 very hypocrite already. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember they got this book called Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It's a very beautiful literature book. I used to do it for my A-level. And this Pride and Prejudice of Sense and Sensibility, if you have a chance to read these two books, if you are literature students, you know that they are talking about the society that we are living in. So nevertheless, we know that these social studies reflect on a few things. Ready to write down? Number one, They mentioned about psychological, right? Number one, can you write down the emotional effect? It's really emotional damage. Like this, seriously, emotional. It's an emotion right now. We're talking about emotions. Number two, we're talking about the physical, right? Number three, we are talking about the education level. Very honest. No matter where you go next time, if you work in any place, like yesterday, my brother-in-law was explaining to my daughters, a degree is still very important. My daughter said, degree for what? No, there are people who are degree reporting to me. But you see, if moving forward, if you need a career, okay, whether you stay in the company or move on, there's always the opportunity will be given to graduate degree. Degree to your is no more important already, people. When you reach your generations or maybe your son, next time degree 就是比比皆是，到处都有的。Okay, last time primary 6 you can become a sergeant in the police already. Now you must be an O-level become a Grab food or Grab driver. Next time your son degree everywhere to have. They might be needing a first-class honor degree, a master degree, or even a PhD or doctorate. Trust me. Right? Maybe you need two different degrees: degree in accountancy, degree in human resource, or diploma in psychology. Because I believe, you see, it's very simple. Children, no need to go far, Chelsea. In the school, mostly are all graduate teachers, right? Correct? Right? So in the science department, all are graduate, all from NUS, NTU, or overseas, right? There's only one HOD, right? Head of department, right? So imagine all of you are here in science. There's only one position, so maybe Jia Ling can take it, right? Because he got a master, and the rest only normal degree. Get it now? You see? This is life. So these education levels affect your SES, your favorite word, social economical status. Yes, this is life. Trust me. Very sad. No such thing that paper chase 就是 certificate is not important. Bullshit. Okay, the MOE can say, nah, no need the paper experience. Okay, Zi Ying, imagine 你要生孩子那个人讲，我是 IT graduate 的。你要给他开刀吗？生孩子吗？ No way, right? Sorry, right? So 你妈妈要去看医生 ，for example check out 啦我是 IT graduate 的，我是 N level graduate 的，你要吗？不见了。那讲到他生气了，他不见了。Okay, so 被困 ，you know what I mean 如果你带你妈妈去看医生 check out， 那说是个 IT，how you feel？ OK， 拜拜。不见，不是再见，是不见。Sorry 这是人之常情的，对吗？ You work so hard, you want to give your parents the best medical attentions. You want to get the specialist. Maybe this guy is a special professor in eye or what. Don't forget, 我们老了眼睛会花的。We want to get the best eye because eye is so important to us. So, okay? Right? Okay, any questions? I don't know why our dear friend is out. Oh, he said my laptop crashed. Chelsea, your exam is next week. So if you got any questions, seriously, no need to wait until Sunday. All right. If you have any time, you can WhatsApp me or say, Uncle Raymond, I have some questions. I need Zoom to help. I got this topic. I'm not very sure. Please do not hesitate. No charges. Okay. No charges. If you want to ask me at 11 p.m. also can. That's what Zhao Xian was doing that time. When he was having exam, okay, about 10 or 11, he sent me the homework. I also checked. Okay. So please do not. This is your O level. It's so important. Right, Xiang Xiang. Right. Certain point, Uncle Raymond, I did this. Can you check for me? If I have the time, I will definitely check for you. Okay. Jia Ling also right. Remember Jia Ling, right? Last year. Right. Bei Kun also right. Bei Kun. So do not hesitate. I'm willing to walk with you the marathon. If you don't want to submit homework or don't want to ask for help, then sorry. You cannot make it. Yeah, let Zi Ying come in first. I will repeat for her sake. Don't mind.